centre. It's stirring on the inside. Outplugging Go Timmy. Stirring is coming away from Go Timmy, and Stirring wins the Grafton Cup.
The best. The Grafton is the best. Yeah.
Why is that?
Oh, the atmosphere. Everyone loves to go to Grafton. Coming up to Grafton, it's sort of like there's two races in the year that everyone loves to go to, and that's the Gold Coast Classic and the Grafton Bridge to Bridge.
The best. It doesn't matter who you speak to on that long weekend in Grafton. That's how they all describe this event. Even the Sydneyites say it. Sure, their bridge to bridge is bigger, but they still reckon Grafton's the best. Clarence River has been the scene for the bridge to bridge for 17 years. Way back in 1973, a handful of boats sauntered upstream. By today's standards, that's the only way to describe it. In 1990, 234 boats will face the starter. A record 30 crews will do battle in the unlimited division. And that's what makes Grafton not just a race, but an event. And the locals, well, see for yourself.
Okay, the bridge to bridge, what's it mean to you?
Oh, it's exciting. I've got to be there for every one of them.
Every year, I never miss it. Every year. Love it.
A little bit of a perv too on all those men that have got the boats. It's a Richmond sport, I hear.
For an event of such magnitude, it all begins incredibly quietly. Country towns seem to have a knack for understating things, keeping things very low-key, but this is amazing. 230 odd boats and hundreds of extra people seem to have been just swallowed up. This just a couple of hours before the second biggest event of the weekend, the Grand Parade down Grafton's main street. You're just beginning to wonder if you've got the right town when out they come. The stars of the weekend show, the boats looking sleek and very mean. As if by magic the streets are full of people, draped from every vantage point. These daredevil disciples are here to pay homage to horsepower. stayed over, sanity returns to Grafton, just for a while anyway. Saturday afternoon, time to get a little serious. If Grafton was a touch quiet a couple of hours ago, it's anything but now. The Clarence is suddenly churning. It's a chance to see the boats in action as crews gear up for Sunday's race. Fine-tuning engines worth thousands of dollars.
Do it.
It's also a chance to meet a few of the personalities, like Ken Broughton, owner-driver of the sleek Sydney machine Mirage. With Ken behind the wheel, Mirage cleaned up at the world titles in Italy last year. Understandably, the 21-foot Connolly craft is expected to perform.
When I was about 10, I started to ski, and I used to watch these big boats race up and down the river, and I used to think to myself, looks like a lot of fun, and I used to drool, and then one day we decided to buy a race boat, and it's only a little tiny thing, and then we bought another one, and then another one, and I had a boat called Moonlight Creeper that won the Bridge to Bridge in 1987. It was the first twin rig outboard to win the Bridge to Bridge in 25 years, but still found that it wasn't quick enough, so we decided to go to this, and we love it.
So suddenly you're the bloke the other guys are looking at.
The one they hate, yeah.
Plenty of talk about this pair as well, skiing siblings Sonia and Leanne Brown. The two teenagers are the only females in the unlimited division. They'll be behind Starfire, and they're not the slightest bit worried about mixing it with the men.
No, not really. We don't really care. It's just a bit of a joke.
It's not a joke, more as it's a lot easier, and we don't expect to win or anything like that, but it's a lot better to start early than late.
So what, the precious officer, you can just sort of enjoy yourself?
We just do our best.
Yeah, well, you've got nothing to lose in unlimited.
They were skiing together almost before they could walk, and fight, yes sirree, even out in the water.
At times, Sonia gets a touch lazy.
No, I don't. I'm just...
What do you mean by lazy?
Well, she likes to just not go as fast as she possibly could.
You just like to go too fast.
Naturally, it's the unlimited class which attracts the most attention, but glance further down the program and there are plenty more champions. Take this pair for instance, the boys from Thundernuts, 15-year-old Stephen Morley and 16-year-old Brett Dominguez, Victorian junior champions. First visit to Grafton, and they reckon they're ready to conquer the under-16 title.
Got the boat, the driver, the observer. It's got the ability, so...
He's got to hang on.
That's it on.
On the eve of the big one, partner Brett has only one ambition.
Just to stay out of hospital.
When the news spreads that the Bridge to Bridge is back, a real tremor runs through Grafton. Some people just pack up and get out of town altogether. Most, though, just can't wait. And then they descend on this skiing mecca. Kid yourself, these fellas don't like a party. In just 3 days, Grafton will rake in over $2 million. And publican Peter Kennedy up there, well, he could just retire tomorrow.
About 140 kegs for the 3 days that the skiers are in town. And the spirit sales are about, you're looking at about two dozen cartons of rum, bourbon and scotch 2-litre bottles, so they do enjoy a weekend of socialising.
It's a wonder they can stand up.
Well, a lot of times a lot of them can't. We do have to literally carry them to bed, but they've got a great constitution. They're terrific sportsmen, and they've got terrific temperaments. They're a great bunch of people.
They're good time people, these people. They love to party, and you know, they love their boats, they love the water, and they love a bit of fun. And you know, it's a great thing for Grafton. They come here and they intend to have fun when they come here, and win, lose or draw, they enjoy themselves.
Chris McDonald's the head of the race committee. It's only a small group, fierce devotees of the high-powered sport. Organising this year's event began a week after last year's. Somehow they've pulled it all together from across 3 states. With the race just hours away, old nerves are beginning to jangle.
The last 10 minutes are the worst for me, you know, getting them away on time, getting the boats organised, skiers get their skis on. The last 10 minutes are very hair-raising, and of course, you know, we get a report constantly back on the radio from the rescue boats, and we've got to make sure the course is clear. We have boats that run certain parts of the course to check for logs and things, and the last 10 minutes are the most nerve-wracking for me.
Then night falls on Grafton. Like moths to a flame, competitors and locals alike gather at, surprise, surprise, the Crown Hotel. Things are a little subdued though. This is the official briefing. But first things first. Before officials lay down the law, the crowd waits to hear which boat judges thought the best in the morning's parade. The inboard section, first prize, $200, goes to Firebird. Yay! Then it's down to business. The race director spells out the rules and regulations. The competitors listen closely. Mistakes could cost them the race before they've even hit the water. Then, for most, it's an early night. The parties are postponed until tomorrow afternoon. The Grafton Bridge to Bridge has been won and lost. Morning spell is broken. It's 8 o'clock. There's just 30 minutes left before the first boats push off. Something new this year, random breath testing. Organisers are adamant safety will not be compromised.
We'll get you to count to 20 into that little mouthpiece, all right? So if you would count, just talk, count to 20.
As thousands of people swarm onto the riverbank, there's the last-minute pep talks. Skiers prepare themselves mentally. Conditions are sloppy, making the 100-kilometre slog even harder. Then finally, there's nothing more to say. The 1990 Grafton Bridge to Bridge is underway. Three boats away, the Sting, 4-1 chance the Reverand, and Team 1 will not finish. The 1989 Boat of the Year network is showing its class. Despite starting back in the field, the 21-foot Connolly ploughs through the chop, World Ski Champion Dipple and Grafton Bridge to Bridge veteran Jeff Hardacre in tow. The favourites looking good, but Victorian boat Island Cooler is looking dangerous. Fresh from 3 record-breaking winds down south, Cooler's clocked at 104 kilometres per hour. On corrected time, the Victorians are more than a minute and a half in front of Network at the halfway mark. Status takes line honours. The real duel is being fought out behind. Network and Island Cooler. Their rivals aren't in sight. Network crosses the finish, the time 43 minutes 13.13 seconds. As expected, well outside the race record. Then they wait and pray that Island Cooler doesn't cross that line too soon. When it does, it's in a time of 43 minutes 15.65 seconds. And it's confirmed. After being behind by more than a minute at halfway, Network, skippered by veteran Stan Najar, has won this year's Bridge to Bridge by 2 seconds.
Just drove it off the air all the way home. The boys were tired. We even got balked by a ski boat down the river here a short way back, and we just pushed through it, and at the finish, 2 seconds.
Stan Najar's seen the other side of this race. 6 times his boat has broken down. This time round though, he's beaten the opposition and the conditions.
Well, it was rough. I think I said it earlier on today in an interview on the radio that the rough water levels the whole field. Draw doesn't matter then, it's the best team that's going to win.
A short way away from where the Network crew is being mobbed, disappointment personified. The crew from Island Cooler unable to believe they've just lost.
When it's only a second or a couple of seconds like it was, it gets a bit disappointing then, because it's just a matter of, say, from the bridge to here, just to go that little bit harder and you win it. So it could have been done easily, but unless you know the other bloke's time, you can't do anything about it.
This is our best win ever.
So, to the victor, the spoils. But spare a thought for those who spent thousands of dollars and, in some cases, travelled thousands of kilometres, only to see their hopes evaporate. Count among those Ken Broughton, Stephen Morley and Brett DeMing.
It's just another dream that's slipping away. Each time that I fall asleep, it seems drifting away. second step.